You guys know, at this point, anytime it comes down to somebody denying Nick and Olandria's relationship this far into their relationship, I'm going to literally laugh in your face. So Olandria's podcast interview dropped a few hours ago. You can go listen to it on Spotify. It is Go Off Sis. It was a really good listen, you guys. And I really just wanted to address, obviously, the Nick Olandria of it all because I'm a Nick Olandrian. Duh. And can I just say, you guys, listening to what Olandria had to say about Nick and about their blossoming relationship and their partnership and so on and so forth, they're in love, you guys. They're in love. Okay? I don't want to hear shit. They're in love. Olandria pretty much opened up about how for years she was kind of hardened when it came down to like affection, showing affection and everything, intimate, physical, so on and so forth, right? Because that's just how she like built herself up. She just didn't find herself trusting anybody or being comfortable with anybody, but with Nick, it's the opposite. She like used to literally look at physical touch like a last resort thing. She could care less of a fuck about it, to be blunt. But with Nick, it was like, oh my gosh, she feels so safe. She feels so comfortable with him, and I'm just, you guys, that is just the cutest thing. And first and foremost, I resonate with that because as an autistic girly that is introverted myself, I know that outside of like vocalizing my affection, it's going to take me a while to get genuinely comfortable and safe with somebody that I feel like I can show that physical, intimate part of myself, you know? So I really resonate with that. It was just so cute. I was like, oh, you guys, that was so cute. And you guys, it gets better. She was just pretty much gushing about how Nick has always been there for her, how supportive he is and everything. And like her example, because one of the interviewers pretty much asked her to give us an example of like how Nick has been there for her. And you guys, Nick literally showed up to New York Fashion Week, specifically when Olandria was walking for their Sergio Hudson, fashion walk or fashion show. He showed up specifically because of her. He wasn't invited or anything necessarily. He didn't even care about going to New York Fashion Week, but he saw Olandria. He knew Olandria was going to walk, and he was like, oh, I'm going to get there. He dropped everything and was just there. My goodness, you guys, the way that I went like, because for this entire time, I thought he was invited. I thought he was always meant to go. But no, he did it for Olandria. You guys, they can't keep on getting, he can't keep on getting away with this. And she actually ended up even clocking people, pretty much talking about how she's like very confused and gobsmacked by like the freaking discourse that's happening with her even being with this white man, Nick, being with Nick and them being in an interracial relationship. She makes this like statement that made me giggle. She's like, y'all, this is not Loving versus Virginia. Like, we're in 2025, we're supposed to be progressing, not degressing. And I was just like, exactly, because the way that you guys actually actively talk about them being in this interracial relationship is really weird, right? And I'm not saying some Nicolandrians don't do that, because yeah, I can agree, some of them do, and it's weird either way. But most of us Nicolandrians weren't like rooting for them, or not consistently rooting for them now within our present time because they're in a interracial relationship. It's always been because we saw how Nick stood up and came forward and protected Olandria. That was a huge reason. We saw how he actively wanted to approach her, and how attractive he saw her, this, that, and the other, right? So it's just really ridiculous when you guys make these really weird think pieces about them, because once again, first and foremost, like, let's think about this. Nick and Olandria did not even win Love Island USA Season 7, right? A couple that did win Love Island UK, I think it's season 12 or 13, I don't know, was an interracial couple, and it was a dark-skinned black man and a white woman. I don't even see people actively even talk about them, like, at all, and it's just like really weird because you guys are actively talking about these second place winners as if it's like mind-boggling for you guys to see an interracial really like couple like make it to the finals and such, which is crazy because just last year Love Island Games, season 1, Justine and Jack won. So it's like, what are we talking about? Justine, a dark-skinned black woman, Jack was a white man. What are we talking about? And I also just want to point out really quickly to you guys, or at least make this statement, please, please, please stop still asking for them to like kiss and show more affection when they're out and about in public. I think it's weird. Mind you, we're about to be in November, like within the next 2 weeks, and you guys are still asking for them to like kiss and do this, that, and the other. It's always been weird, if I'm being honest with you guys, but at this point, this far in, into like the end of the freaking year, and you guys are still asking that, wrap it up. These people are in their 20s. You know, we already understand that Nick and Olandria are like very shy and protective people over one another. I don't know what you guys are expecting to see from them. It's getting weird. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think that the easiest it is for you guys to understand that they don't have to perform for us, that they don't have to even give us shit, the easier it is for you guys to just literally appreciate when they do show that affection, right? Like, stop asking for too much. You guys are still doing that, and it's always been weird. Please calm down with that. Nick and Olandria are real. They don't have to prove to us that they're real or prove to anybody that they're real. They speak about each other, obviously with like literally high like appreciation, so on and so forth. Leave it at that. Stop begging for much. It's weird. And with that being said, if you have not listened to the interview, I definitely suggest for you guys to go listen to it. I'm definitely going to give it a second listen so I can like listen to everything. She talks about not only, of course, Nick and Olandria, Nick and her, but she also talks about her career, her future career. You know, she said her and her team are aiming for her to be an editorial model. Love to see that, like long-term wise. And I'm just, you guys, I don't think you guys understand. I'm so excited for Olandria to pop out. Like, it's literally only up for her. Like, only up for here for her. Like, I can only see positive and better things for her. Same for Nick and everything. It's only up for him as well. Like, him even opening up for Diplo for the Aqua Party, that's really fucking impressive. I don't care what anybody says. Anybody that wants to talk about a set or about him, this and the other, I don't care, right? He's doing his thing. If you don't like him, fucking block him, bro. Just, you guys can mute his words. Y'all can just ignore the video, scroll past it, or ignore these tweets. I'm just like, please just leave Nick and Olandria alone. It's tiresome. I beg y'all. With that being said, thank you guys for tuning in to my TED Talk. Bye-bye.